everyone, how's it going? So today I want to show you guys how I achieve this look. Disclaimer, big disclaimer here. I'm not a makeup artist. I am not trained to do makeup in any way, shape, or form. I just love makeup. I love playing with it. I love experimenting with it. I love the textures, styles, colors, everything about it. But if you guys want to see how I get this sort of brown, smoky, gold eye look with this lip, then keep watching. Okay, now you guys can really see my crazy hair. So I'm going to put it back with a headband just to keep it out of my face. It's got a mind of its own today. I'm going to start off with my primer that I use. This is just the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. If you guys haven't heard about this, go and find your local drugstore and check it out because it's a really good, inexpensive way to prime your face. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that and rub it all over until it starts to feel kind of tacky. So it starts to give a little bit of resistance when I'm moving it around. I'm also gonna put a little bit of lip oil on my lips. This is by Milani, I think, or I think this is by Milani or Wet n Wild or some drugstore brand, but I really, really like these. They have a couple of different scent, flavor, oil infusions, but they're really nice and hydrating before you put on lip stuff to kind of sit on your lips while you do your makeup. Now I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush, and this one is the sculpting brush. And I'm gonna go into my big Bare Minerals tub, tap some out. I've just been into super easy foundation lately, not so much fussing with like cream formulas or liquid foundations. I just have wanted something a little bit more gentle on my skin. So I'm just gonna take this brush and buff it everywhere. So if you've never had Bare Minerals before, you just swirl it around, tap off all of the extra, and then just buff that into your skin. And I've got to remember to just bring some down into my neck to make sure that it's all blended nicely. I'm not going for anything with like crazy amounts of coverage, just sort of balance and even everything out. Nothing too fussy. Now I'm gonna take the Bare Minerals, kind of like bronzer, and it's in Warmth. It's just what they call it. So they don't really call it a bronzer. It's like all over color, and this is in Warmth. It's their standard, comes with like all of their starter kits and everything, and it does. It just adds a bit of warmth to your skin. Again, tap off the excess and hit it on the parts where the sun shines or where you want a little bit of extra, little bit of life back in you. Just add a little bit of shadows here and there. I will say this stuff is so simple to use. I'm not using a mirror for most of it. I'll grab one now just to kind of check. But for the most part, you don't really need a mirror. I can't decide if I want to continue with the face or if I want to move on to the eyes. I think I'm going to move on to the eyes. So I'm going to start out with an eye primer. This is the NYX HD Base Eye Primer, I believe is what it's called. Eyeshadow Base, same thing. Take a little bit on my finger and spread that relatively evenly between each eye. And now I'm taking a really big, fluffy, kind of flat eyeshadow brush. I believe it's from Eco Tools. Yes, it is. It's from Eco Tools. I have no idea what it is, but I'm going to go in and just grab a light color shade. I just pick any one of those three. I'm going to go for the one called Free Spirit and use that to set my base. Just sweep it everywhere, all willy-nilly, like covering the whole surface. Now I'm gonna go in with this Luxie 205 tapered blending brush and grab a warm brown transition color. This one is called Force of Nature. And just gonna put that right up here in my crease to use as a transition color. I go just above the crease because I have hooded eyes, so when I open my eye, you don't see most of it. So I have to bring it a little bit higher for it to be used as a transition shade. Now I'm gonna go in with this all over shadow brush by Elizabeth Mott. I love the pink color of this. It just makes me happy for a brush. I'm gonna go in with the next color called Dreamer on that brush and kind of start like a halo eye. So I'm gonna put this on both the inner and the outer edges of my eyelid. Just kind of tap some of it on. I like to start on the outer corner first and get most of the pigment off of the brush, and then go to the inside. That way the inner corner is not overly heavy and, you know, I have to kind of redo the whole thing. So I'm gonna kind of blend those in and then just with that brush kind of connect the two right in the crease with whatever's left on the brush. Go back and forth and just keep blending. You can see I've left the center of my eye blank, and that's where we're gonna fill in with the gold. Now I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallibile eyeshadow in the color Eternal Sunshine. And I'm just gonna start out with that same brush and just sort of blend that, starting right in the center of the eye. Place it right in the middle and then kind of tap it to blend out. And to intensify the gold in the middle, I'm gonna go in with some on my finger and put that right in the middle. Going back in with the blending brush, I'm just gonna tap a little bit of that dark brown on and just help redarken those inner and outer parts. I want to intensify the smokiness of this, but first I'm gonna go in with a crayon liner. This is a Sephora waterproof contour eye pencil in the color Tiramisu. I'm gonna put that on my upper lash line. This is also known as tight lining, and it's supposed to help darken your lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with this pencil by Sumita Beauty in New Delhi Chai. It's kind of like this goldish color shimmery liner, and I'm gonna put it down on my waterline just to add a little extra gold to the look. It's not overly pigmented, but it adds just a little bit of extra gold. I want to add a little bit of smoke to this look, but also kind of line my eyes at the same time. So the best thing that I like to use that is a powdered eyeliner. This is one that Bare Minerals sold back in like the OG days. Like I got this so long ago. Don't really know if it like goes off or not. I don't know. I don't have any problems with it, but it's called Energy by Bare Minerals and is their SPF 20 eye color. So it's just this loose powder, and I use this teeny tiny little eyeliner brush, which is called the eyeliner brush by Ulta. This is probably one of my all-time favorite eyeliners because you can just go in with it. You don't have to be crazy precise. You can make it as dark or as light, as thick or as thin as you would want. And I just really like this sort of soft filter look it gives. So you can see there with and without. Now that the eyeliner's done, I'm gonna very messily take some of that excess liner off on my hand from that brush, leave a little bit on, and go in with the same sort of mid-brown that I used before, kind of mixing that black and the brown on that same brush, and I'm gonna smudge that on my lower lash line. I'm not gonna bring it all the way over. I'm gonna stop kind of like 3/4 of the way across my eye. The eyes are pretty much done. I'm going to save mascara for last though, because I'm gonna be using a few more powdery products to finish out my face. Let's get these eyebrows under control. I'm going in with the NYX Tame and Frame. It is a brow pomade. This is in the color Brunette, and I'm just going with an angled Eco Tools brush. This stuff is pretty pigmented, pretty powerful, so I literally just tap my brush in a few times and then go in with my eyes. I start on the outer bit and work out to the tail of my eyebrow and just keep blending that same amount of product around until I feel like it's not really moving much anymore. And then if I need more, I'll go back in and tap on some more. And then I blend it right to the front as well, using the least amount of product towards the middle of my brow, or like the center, closer to here. Once those have been filled in a little bit more, I go in with my Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the number 5 shade. I believe it's maybe the darkest one they have. And I just sort of set everything in place with this. Staying with gold in mind, my highlighter will also be gold. This is Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. And I'm just gonna go in with this Real Techniques fan brush and apply that onto the tops of my cheekbones. I like going in with the highlight first before blush because I feel like if you do it on top of the blush, it's a little bit like too much in your face. So I like doing it now and then going with my blush after. I'm going to go in with this blush brush by Eco Tools and then this blush by e.l.f. in the color Shy. It's this really pretty soft pink, but it's a little bit powdery, but also decently pigmented. So a little bit will add a nice little flush onto your cheeks. And now we can go in and finish with mascara. So this is the Falsies Volume Express by Maybelline. This is the waterproof formula. And I'm just going in with my Tarte eyelash curler beforehand. You could apply actual false lashes with this look if you wanted to go all out. I'm still pretty new to the false lash game. I do like them, but they just feel a little bit extreme for me. But if you are a false lash diehard, I would absolutely go for it with this. I'm just gonna go in with, you know, just about 10,000 coats of mascara until it gets to where I want it to be. I'm going to finish this look off with the lips, and I'm gonna go in with a pretty dark lip. I'm kind of still on the really dark, vampy Halloween colors, but it's also Thanksgiving. I feel like a deep sort of maroony, purpley, burgundy in those like deep brick colors are still just really on trend right now. I'm going to mix 2 Revlon colors. Here I have Mauvey Night and Vava Violet. I'm gonna go with Mauvey Night first and kind of deepen it up with the Vava Violet. This color is this really nice sort of deeper mauve color. You could stop here if you wanted to, but I definitely want to add a little bit more of a deeper hue to it. Just going to kind of dab this on top until I kind of get the color I want. It's not so pigmented that one swipe is gonna completely change everything. So there you guys go. There is the final look. I really like how this comes out with the golden eye and sort of the deep purpley mauvey lip. I think it's very Thanksgiving, but not too over the top or overly done. Like I said, you can tone this down a little bit, or you can also amp it up a little bit to kind of cater to your style. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you guys have any comments or anything you want to know more about the look or anything I forgot, just leave me a comment down below. I really want to see if any of you guys recreate this look. Tweet me, private message me, find any of my social media links down below. I would love to see it. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. It would mean so much to me if you would subscribe. I hate asking for it. It always feels so awkward, but it would really mean a lot, and it does help you guys out. Kind of puts me right on your little sidebar, makes me much easier to find. And if you would like, next to the subscribe button is a little bell, and if you click on that, it'll send you a notification every time I upload a video, which you can also turn that off at any point as well, but it is a little handy fact if you wanted to know. But that's it. That's all that I have. So thank you guys so much again, and I will see you next time.